Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to my personal channel, and welcome. Just a bit of reaction. Cardiff City 2, Bradford 1 at Bradford's place. A massive result, that is. And look, I thought it was a really good, dogged performance, and we saw both sides of this young Cardiff City side. I thought the first 10 minutes or so was a bit back and forth, but after we got that goal, we were really good for about 20 minutes, just popping the ball around, looking really electric and fluid. I think after we scored the second, which was a massive goal, because so many times this year we've been on top and we haven't got the goals, we haven't taken the chances, and really we didn't create a lot of chances in this game, but we found ourselves 2-0 up and we deserved it. But I thought we sat back a little bit then. But yeah, just going back to the goals, really, like, I thought, I spoke to a few people before the game, and there was a few eyebrows raised that some of the decisions the manager had made with his starting 11 with regards to Osho and Chambers at the back and Turnbull in the 10. And I thought David Turnbull was excellent. I thought he was really good today. Scores a wonderful goal, and Alex Robertson again with that third man run, like, just gets the ball and he runs, and his running off the ball breaks lines. So for the goal, he breaks the lines and he's through and he's running at the sort of left hand centre of the Bradford defence. No one likes that. It works its way over to the other side. They move it and it comes to Turnbull and he sells the defenders with a little feint to the left as if he's going to shoot with his left, and then he whips it into the top corner. It's a tremendous finish, unstoppable. And in fact, we saw 2 goals like that, just simply unstoppable. And then the second goal is a really clever goal. Short corner, and then Tanner takes it in, and he plays a lovely ball into the near post, into Callum Chambers' feet. Callum Chambers doesn't need to do much, just get a little flick on it, and the keeper's got no chance. And you find yourself 2-0 up. And my one worry was that we would sit back, because that's always the danger, that you just think, we'll just keep hold of the ball. And this is not just us, this is any team. That you go 2-0 up, you're just going to look and try and keep hold of the ball and kill the game. I would have liked to have seen us just keep doing what we were doing and move it off, 1 and 2 touches. I think we sat back a little bit before half time, but not a great deal. Just I think we didn't want to concede before half time. And Bradford were always going to come back into the game. They got some really dangerous wide players who did cause us some problems, but they didn't get shot off until right before half time. So that tells you all about Cardiff's defending. And I go back to I had a few messages about Osho before the game. Gabe Osho was excellent last week defensively. Now, I understand people, and including me, get a bit worried about him on the ball sometimes, but today I thought he was sensational. And last week, if you go look at his defensive stats, he was like really good. Top good. Blocks, headers, just marking space, everything was good. Yes, you can question him maybe about the goal last week. I don't think it's his fault, but whatever. But defensively he was excellent, and I thought he was outstanding today, and Chambers was good. And then Fish comes on, and when we went 3 at the back, I thought the manager got the timing right with his subs. Joel Colwell at right back, I was like, why are we not putting Dylan there, or even Fish at a push? But Dylan's done it already this season, at points in games. But Joel did a really good job, and his energy and his ability to rush that winger, that left winger never got in the game with Joel Colwell. Now, yes, Joel gets booked and it's tricky for him, and he looked, positionally a bit lost sometimes. Not lost, but like didn't quite know whether to go in or go out or follow the ball. But that's going to be natural because he's not a right back. But he did a great job of keeping the left winger quiet. I thought all the players defensively just dug in, and I really think, like, I messaged a friend of mine and said, like, I'm struggling to watch this last 20 minutes because Bradford score with about 25 minutes to go, I think it was. And look, sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and just say, what a goal. Like, he just whips it into the top corner. Absolutely, what a goal it was. And just hold your hands up, great goal. Just keep playing, keep defending. And we were trying to catch him on a break. I really liked that when we went to 3 at the back, we didn't go 5 4-1 with Robinson up front and hope for the best. We went 3-5-2 or 5-3-2 and went Isaac up front with Robinson just sort of drifting around in the spaces behind him, because even though Isaac didn't properly get in behind and get away, his pace meant that they couldn't commit extra defenders forward, and they never really created anything. And I just think we defended our box so well. The manager got the subs right, and you just got to dig in. And I texted my friend and I said, "God, this is hard to watch. It's nervy. You know, it's stressful because it was such a big game and a big result." And I think what you've also got to understand is this squad is so young. And again, we've said about learning, but it's such a high pressure situation between now and the end of the season. There's going to be moments where it's going to be difficult for them, and that's when you need the Oshos, the Chambers, the Robinsons, the Wintles, the NGs. Hopefully Perry's not injured, and it was because of the booking, but he did seem like he took a knock just before half time. With Capaccio out, that's a bit of a blow, especially with like Will Spears has gone out on loan as well. We haven't got like a young right back really. I know you've got like TJ Parfit and that, which I quite like, so but we'll see. But they're not ready for first team football, certainly not in this level of pressure. But Joel Colwell did a good job, high energy. David Turnbull was excellent. Ryan Winter was excellent again. I thought Alex Robertson was excellent. Like, I thought everybody was just dug in and was excellent. Some of the football we played at times, the passing was a joy to watch. There was one period of play where it started over at like the right wing in the second halfway line, and we played out of a really tight space. We went all the way across, lovely little 1-2s and triangles, and it ends up with Robertson having a shot from 25 yards. Keeper saves it, but the football that led to it was just exquisite, and I think we've got that in our locker. As long as we can keep the quality of our passing and move it up 2-3 touches, we are very difficult to break down, particularly when we're in the lead. And Bradford do not lose at home. They haven't lost at home all year. You know, for the last 12 months, they haven't lost when they've scored first. So to find themselves 2-0 down, they looked a bit shell-shocked. It's a massive result and a massive performance. And I'm really, really pleased for, you know, all the players, the manager and everything, because he made some big calls today. But I'm also absolutely thrilled for the 2,000 City fans who were up at 4 o'clock this morning. Travelling to Bradford is not a pleasant trip. Fucking come on.